Let me start by saying that many of us in this country, many Nigerians, what we sometimes exhibit the problem of lack of memory. We have very short memory. We forget where we started from, and we just start blaming President Tinubu for all the problems that Nigeria is going through. I remember, for instance, in May 2023, when Tinubu took over the government, there was fuel shortage in this country. People forgot that. All through the election of that year, there was fuel shortage. So when the president announced on day one, the day he was sworn in, and said he was removing fuel subsidy, the immediate reaction was called by NNPC, which has been the major supplier of fuel, was to increase the pump price. Because as at that time, NNPC was no more willing to import fuel. NNPC was saying the federal government was owing it over 4 trillion naira, and it was also owing its suppliers abroad. So what the federal government did, what President Tinubu did, was to breathe some life into NNPC to resume importing fuel so that fuel can be available. People forget that easily. There was no way Nigeria could have sustained the regime of fuel subsidy. No way. Because the resources are just not there. And we are just spending the money that ought to belong to the future generation. So the resources are not there, so government just have to do the right thing. Yeah, problems followed what the president did. This government has been honest in admitting some of the problems, some of the fallouts of the consequence of removing fuel subsidy, and has been doing a lot of measures, to ameliorate the pains of Nigerians. The second policy of government was the harmonization of foreign exchange. Before President Tinubu took over, the gap between official and the other window was about 300, 400 naira times. So some people were making money. If they had access to Mr. Emefiele, then the CBN governor just can make you billionaire overnight. That has stopped. So I want to start from there and say, look, Nigerians should give this president some credit for stopping the arbitrage that characterized the foreign exchange regime under previous administrations, including PDP. But people are just not willing to give him any credit. Some critics. But we know that what he has done are very important, are very necessary, and they are for the benefit of our people. And we can see the results of the efforts he has done so far. We can see the results, the gains that have accrued to this country, the reforms that have taken place, and the gains are showing, and to the benefit of our people.